Amara learned early that silence could save you. In her house, silence meant you didn't ask questions, you didn't complain, you didn't talk back. You smiled at breakfast, you nodded at family gatherings, and at night you locked your door and prayed the footsteps would pass your room. She was 22, a university student, fighting hard to finish school. She worked part-time, she saved every naira. She had dreams bigger than her life. But inside that house, her dreams felt like jokes. Because her stepfather, Mr. Adebayo, ran the home like a kingdom. Everyone feared him, everyone respected him, and that respect protected him. Amara didn't have a father to defend her. Her mother was always tired, always quiet, always trying to keep peace. And Amara? She was just trying to survive until graduation. But that night, something changed. That night, the house felt heavier than usual. Amara heard the front door slam at exactly 10:47 p.m. She checked the time because she had trained herself to. When you live with a man like Mr. Adebayo, you learn his patterns. The way he closes doors when he's angry, the way his footsteps drag when he's drunk, the way silence follows him like a shadow. She stayed in the kitchen longer than necessary, rinsing plates that were already clean. The sound of running water made her feel safer. It covered other sounds. Then she smelt it. Alcohol. Strong. Bitter. She didn't turn around immediately, because turning around meant acknowledging he was there. Still awake? His voice came from behind her. It was soft. Too soft. Amara swallowed. Yes, sir. Just finishing up. She kept her eyes on the sink. His footsteps moved closer. Slow. Measured. She felt his presence before she felt his touch. His fingers brushed lightly against her waist. Not accidental. Deliberate. Her body stiffened instantly. I've been noticing something about you, he murmured. You've grown confident. Amara stepped sideways quickly, trying to create space. I have an exam tomorrow, she said, forcing her voice to stay calm. He laughed quietly. You think education will make you powerful? His hand came up again, this time resting on the counter beside her, blocking her exit. Her pulse started racing. I respect you, she said quickly. Please let me pass. The word please tasted bitter in her mouth. His eyes darkened. Respect, he repeated. You barely look at me these days. His fingers moved again, this time brushing the side of her arm, sliding slightly lower than they should. And something inside Amara snapped. Not loudly, not violently, just quietly. She stepped back hard and pushed past him. For a split second, he grabbed her wrist, not tight, but firm enough to remind her who controlled the house. You shouldn't test me, he whispered. Her heart slammed against her ribs. She pulled her hand free and ran to her room, slamming the door behind her, locking it. Her breathing was uneven, shallow. She leaned against the door, listening for footsteps. Nothing. Just silence. The worst kind. She didn't cry. She didn't scream. Instead, she walked to her bed, picked up her phone, and opened Zara's contact. Her thumb hovered over the microphone icon. She hesitated. Because once you say something out loud, it becomes real. Then she pressed record. Her voice came out shaking at first. Zara, I don't think I can handle this anymore. She paused, swallowing hard. If that man touches me again, I swear I'll expose everything. Her breathing hitched. I don't care who he is. I don't care how powerful he thinks he is. For the first time, her voice carried anger, real anger. She ended the recording and stared at it. 3 minutes and 12 seconds long. Too honest, too dangerous. Her thumb hovered over send. She told herself she would double-check the contact. She didn't. She pressed it, and the message left her phone. And just like that, her life changed. The moment the voice note sent, Amara felt something shift. Not outside, inside, a quiet sense of exposure. She stared at the screen, waiting for it to show Zara's name, but it didn't. Instead, she saw an unfamiliar number. No profile picture, no saved contact, just digits. Her stomach dropped. No, 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 she whispered under her breath. Her finger moved fast, trying to delete the message. But before she could press anything, seen. The word appeared like a verdict. Her heartbeat instantly doubled. She felt heat rush to her face, then drain just as quickly. Who was that number? How long had it been in her phone? Did she type it by mistake? Did Zara change numbers? Her thoughts collided chaotically. Then the screen shifted again. Typing. 3 small dots appeared. They disappeared, then appeared again. She couldn't breathe properly. Her fingers trembled so badly she almost dropped the phone. Then the message came. Unknown number. Who is touching you? Amara froze. The question wasn't playful. It wasn't confused. It wasn't even sympathetic. It was direct, sharp, controlled. She stared at the message for several seconds. Then her instinct screamed, "Don't reply." She quickly turned off her phone, as if darkness could undo what happened. She slid the device under her pillow and sat still on her bed. The room suddenly felt too quiet, too exposed. What if it was one of her stepfather's associates? What if it was someone connected to him? What if the message reached someone dangerous? Her mind spiraled. She grabbed the phone again, turned it back on. The message was still there, waiting. She opened the profile. No photo, no status, no name. Just a black circle, cold, empty. She typed, "Sorry, wrong number." Then she erased it. She typed, "Ignore that." Erased again. Because what if replying made it worse? What if silence was safer? Her phone vibrated suddenly. Another message. Her breath stopped. Unknown number. Are you safe right now? That was different. Not curiosity. Concern. The next morning, Amara convinced herself she had overreacted. People send messages to wrong numbers all the time. Strangers don't usually care enough to show up. At least, that's what she told herself. She barely slept, but she forced herself through her morning routine. Shower, simple clothes, light makeup to hide the dark circles under her eyes. She avoided her stepfather completely and left for school earlier than usual. The campus felt normal. Students laughing, vendors shouting, cars passing. Normal felt comforting. For a few hours, she almost forgot about the unknown number. Almost. When her final class ended, she packed her books slowly, checking her phone. No new messages. Good. She stepped out of the university gate into the late afternoon sun and stopped. Across the street, Parked slightly away from the crowd was a black car. Not just any car. A sleek, expensive one, polished to perfection, engine running, windows tinted so dark they reflected nothing. It didn't look like a student's car. It didn't look like a parent picking someone up. It looked deliberate. Amara's chest tightened. She told herself not to assume. But then her phone vibrated in her hand. The sound nearly made her drop it. She looked down slowly. Unknown number. Don't panic. Her heartbeat pounded in her ears. Another message came immediately. Just look up. Her throat went dry. Slowly, against her better judgment, she raised her eyes toward the car. The driver's side door opened. Time felt like it slowed. A polished black shoe touched the pavement first. Then, a tall figure stepped out. He adjusted his suit jacket calmly, like he wasn't aware that her world was tilting. He didn't rush. He didn't look around nervously. He simply closed the door and started walking toward her. Each step was steady, controlled, confident. People unconsciously moved out of his path. He didn't speak to anyone. He didn't need to. Amara felt rooted to the ground. Her instincts screamed at her to run. But her legs wouldn't listen. The closer he got, the more she noticed details. Dark hair, sharp jawline, eyes that scanned everything without appearing hurried. He wasn't smiling. He wasn't frowning. He just looked certain. When he finally stopped in front of her, the noise of the street felt distant, muted. For a second, neither of them spoke. Then he tilted his head slightly and said in a low, composed voice, "Amara." Not a question, a statement. And in that moment, she knew. This wasn't random. This wasn't coincidence. Whoever this man was, he had already decided to be part of her life. The man stopped exactly one step away from her, not close enough to touch, close enough to control the space. Amara could hear her own heartbeat in her ears. He studied her face quietly, like he was comparing it to something in his memory. Then he spoke. Amara. Her name sounded different in his voice. Not casual, not soft, measured. "How do you know my name?" she asked, forcing the words out. Her voice didn't shake as much as she expected. That surprised her. The man's eyes held hers for a long second before he replied. "You sent me a message." His tone wasn't accusing, it was factual. Amara swallowed. It was a mistake. His gaze didn't change. "I don't believe in mistakes," he said calmly. Something about the way he said it made her stomach tighten. He wasn't smiling, but he wasn't threatening either. He just seemed certain. She tried to step slightly to the side, but he moved just enough to stay in front of her without appearing aggressive. Students passed around them, laughing, unaware that something quiet and dangerous was unfolding. "Who are you?" she asked. He adjusted the cuff of his suit almost absent-mindedly. "My name is Adrian Volkov." The name hung in the air. It meant nothing to her personally. But
The moment he said it, two men walking nearby slowed down slightly. They glanced at him, then quickly looked away, like they recognized something she didn't. Adrian noticed. He noticed everything. Amara felt heat creep up her spine. "What do you want?" she asked. Adrian's eyes softened just slightly. "You sent me fear," he said quietly. "And I don't ignore fear." Her breath caught. He wasn't guessing. He had listened to the voice note carefully. He had analyzed it, studied it. He leaned slightly closer, not invading, but intentional. "Who is touching you, Amara?" The question was calm, controlled, but underneath it, there was something else. Possession. And for the first time, Amara felt something unexpected beneath her fear. Relief.
Because no one had ever asked her that question before. Not like this. Amara felt her pulse in her throat. Adrian's question still lingered between them. "Who is touching you?" She wanted to say it was nothing, wanted to say she exaggerated, wanted to say she didn't need help. But the truth pressed against her chest like it wanted to escape. "It's complicated," she said carefully. Adrian didn't blink. Complicated is a word people use when they're afraid to speak clearly. His voice wasn't harsh. It was steady, measured. He wasn't pressuring her. He was waiting. That made it worse. "I can handle it," she added quickly, trying to regain control. Adrian's jaw tightened slightly. "No," he said softly. "You've been handling it." The difference in wording made her breath hitch. He had listened closely to the voice note. He had heard the exhaustion. He took one small step closer. Not aggressive, not rushed, just intentional. "Tell me his name." Amara's lips parted, but fear sealed them shut. What if this man was worse? What if she was stepping from one danger into another? She shook her head slightly. "It was a mistake," she repeated. For the first time, something changed in Adrian's eyes. Not anger, not frustration. Decision. He straightened his posture, adjusting his watch calmly. Then he spoke. "If he touches you again," his voice dropped lower, quieter, but somehow heavier, "he dies." Amara stared at him. Her mind struggled to process the simplicity of the statement. "You can't just say that," she whispered. Adrian's expression didn't shift. "I don't say things I don't intend to do." There was no drama in his tone, no raised voice. That was what made it terrifying. He wasn't threatening her. He was informing her, like stating a fact, like gravity, like consequence. Amara felt a chill run down her spine. "You don't even know him," she said. Adrian's eyes darkened slightly. "I don't need to." Silence stretched between them. The city noise returned faintly around her, but everything felt distant. Adrian stepped back slightly, creating space again. "You don't have to tell me today," he said. "But understand this." His gaze locked onto hers fully now. "You are not alone in this anymore." For the first time in years, those words didn't feel empty. They felt dangerous and strangely comforting. Amara stood there, frozen. Adrian held her gaze for one final second,
long enough to make sure she understood him. Then he stepped back. Not hurried, not dramatic, just calm. Like he had already decided the outcome of something she didn't fully see yet. "You'll hear from me," he said quietly. It wasn't a question. It wasn't permission. It was certainty. He turned and walked toward his car. His movements were smooth, controlled, as if the world adjusted around him automatically. People instinctively stepped aside. No one challenged him. No one stared too long. Power has a presence, and Adrian carried it effortlessly. Amara watched him open the car door. Just before he entered, he paused. Without turning fully, he said, "You don't have to be brave alone." Her chest tightened. That sentence hit deeper than she expected, because bravery was all she had ever relied on, and it was exhausting. The car door shut. The engine revved softly. Then the black vehicle disappeared into traffic, blending into the city like it had never been there. But the air around her still felt charged, different, like something invisible had shifted. That evening, Amara walked into her house carefully, too carefully. The living room lights were on. Her stepfather was pacing. He didn't notice her at first. He was on the phone, and he was not calm. "I told you I'll handle it," he snapped. There was panic in his voice, real panic. Amara froze near the hallway. She had never seen him like this. His hand trembled slightly as he gripped the phone. "Don't threaten me," he said through clenched teeth. Then he lowered his voice. "Please, please." The word felt foreign coming from him. Her heart pounded. Slowly, his eyes lifted. They met hers across the room. And for the first time, there was something new in his expression. Not dominance, not control. Fear, real fear. He ended the call abruptly. "Where were you?" he asked sharply. Amara kept her voice steady. "School."
The house felt different that night. Not safer, not quieter, just unstable. Amara noticed it immediately. Her stepfather didn't sit at his usual spot at the dining table. He didn't complain about the food. He didn't criticize her mother. Instead, he kept checking his phone. Every few seconds, his leg bounced under the table, a nervous habit she had never seen before. Amara kept her head down, pretending to eat, but she watched him carefully, studied him the way he used to study her. Suddenly, his phone rang. He flinched. Actually flinched. He grabbed it so quickly his chair scraped loudly against the floor. "Hello?" he said sharply. Silence. Then his expression changed. His shoulders dropped slightly. "Yes, I understand," he said, voice lowered. Amara couldn't hear the other side of the call, but she didn't need to. Her stepfather's forehead glistened with sweat. "No, I would never disrespect him," he continued. "Him." Amara's stomach tightened. He ended the call slowly, staring at the phone like it might explode. When he finally looked up, his eyes landed on her, and something passed between them. Suspicion, calculation, fear. "Why are you staring at me?" he snapped suddenly, trying to regain authority. Amara held his gaze. For once, she didn't look away first. "I'm not," she said calmly. He stood up abruptly, walked toward her. Her pulse spiked.
Instinctively, she prepared for him to raise his hand. But halfway there, his phone rang again. He stopped mid-step, like he hit an invisible wall. He looked at the screen, his face drained of color. He turned away immediately and answered. "Yes, sir," he said quietly. "Sir." Amara had never heard him call anyone that before. Never.
Over the next few days, something strange began to happen. Nothing obvious, nothing dramatic, but Amara could feel it. The world around her had shifted. It started with small things. On Monday morning, as she walked to the bus stop near the university, she noticed a black sedan parked across the street. Not the exact same one Adrian drove, but similar. Dark windows, engine idling. At first, she told herself it meant nothing. Cities were full of cars like that. Still, she couldn't shake the feeling that someone inside was watching. She kept walking, trying to act normal, trying not to look nervous. When the bus arrived, she stepped inside and took a seat near the window. As the bus pulled away, she glanced outside. The black sedan followed. Not closely, just far enough behind to blend into traffic. Her stomach tightened. Later that afternoon, when she left campus, she saw another unfamiliar face. A tall man standing near the entrance. Not a student, not a teacher. He wore simple clothes, but his posture was alert, observant. When their eyes met, he quickly looked away, like he had been caught. Amara's heartbeat quickened. Was she imagining things? Or had Adrian done something after their conversation? That night, the tension inside her house returned. Her stepfather sat in the living room, drinking quietly. His mood looked darker than usual, dangerous. Amara walked carefully past him, heading toward the hallway, but his voice stopped her. "Come here." Her body stiffened. Slowly, she turned. He stood up from the couch, anger rising behind his eyes. "You think I don't see how you look at me now?" he said coldly. Amara didn't answer. He stepped closer, close enough that she could smell the alcohol again. His hand lifted suddenly, like he was about to slap her. Amara braced herself. But before his hand came down, his phone rang. Loud, sharp. He froze. The anger on his face instantly shifted into something else. Fear, real fear. He grabbed the phone quickly. "Yes," he answered. Amara watched as the color drained from his face. He listened quietly, not interrupting. Not arguing, just nodding. Yes, I understand," he said finally. When he ended the call, he didn't look at her again. He simply walked away, straight out of the house, leaving Amara standing alone in the hallway, her heart still racing, because now she knew this wasn't coincidence anymore. Every time danger got close to her, something stopped it. Something invisible, something powerful. Adrian had never said he would protect her directly, but somehow he already was. And the scariest part? She had no idea how far his reach actually went. 3 days passed before Amara saw Adrian again. 3 quiet, confusing days. Nothing dramatic happened, but the invisible protection never disappeared. The black sedan still appeared sometimes near her bus stop. Strangers still seemed to notice her more than before. And inside the house, her stepfather had become
unusually quiet, careful, like a man walking across thin ice. Amara didn't know if she should feel relieved or more afraid. That afternoon, she stopped at a small cafe near campus. It was one of the few places where she could breathe. The cafe smelled like roasted coffee beans and warm bread. Students sat at different tables, studying or talking softly. Normal life. For a moment, Amara almost forgot everything. She ordered a cup of coffee and sat near the window with her notebook open, pretending to read. But her thoughts kept drifting. Back to the unknown number. Back to Adrian. Back to the strange control he seemed to have over everything. She sighed quietly and took a sip of coffee. Then, suddenly, a chair moved. Someone sat across from her. Amara looked up and froze. Adrian. He hadn't said a word. He hadn't asked permission. He simply sat there, like he belonged in that seat. Like he had always been there. Her fingers tightened slightly around her cup. "How did you find me?" she asked quietly. Adrian leaned back in his chair. His eyes studied her face carefully. "You come here every Wednesday," he said calmly. Her heart skipped. "You've been watching me?" Adrian didn't deny it. Instead, he glanced at the dark circles under her eyes. "You haven't slept much," he observed. Amara frowned. "You're stalking me." His expression remained calm. "I'm making sure no one harms you." Her voice lowered. "I didn't ask for that." Adrian leaned slightly forward now. Not threatening, but focused. "You shouldn't have to ask for protection from someone who hurts you." His words landed heavily between them. For a moment, neither of them spoke. Outside, cars passed by. Inside, cups clinked softly. The world continued normally. But at their table, the atmosphere felt charged. Amara finally broke the silence. "Why are you really helping me?" Adrian watched her for a long moment. Then he said something unexpected. "Because when you sent that voice note," his voice softened slightly, "you sounded like someone who had been strong for too long." Amara blinked. No one had ever described her like that before. Adrian's eyes held hers again. Calm, serious. "And people like that," he continued quietly, "shouldn't have to fight alone." For the first time since meeting him, Amara didn't know whether to feel safe or terrified.